The new Specialized Tarmac SL8, the speed sniffer. The product launch for this bicycle was actually very successful from Specialized. As you guys can tell, there is a lack of inventory online on Specialized.com and even inside of our dealers. Me being a dealer, I pretty much got one bicycle frame and then one complete bike on launch. And then now I'm finally starting to see a little bit more frames come in about 2 months afterwards. So their flagship bicycle has been a lack of inventory in the United States, at least for our store. Now, it might be different cases for everyone else, but that is the case for us. Now, the bicycle has been a lot of good feedback. I've talked to other YouTubers. I've talked to customers who have bought this bicycle from us. I've talked to other customers who bought this bicycle in other stores who have had other bikes, SL7s, whatever the case be. They really do enjoy this bicycle for whatever it is. It's a very lightweight bike. It's much more comfortable than the SL7, but still retains that stiffness value in the bottom rack area. So they did a really good job with it in that matter. And it hasn't been long enough to see what kind of issues will arise with this bicycle, if any at all. But I myself, being one of the guys who builds the bicycles, have seen an issue already that maybe the public might not come into contact with, but it's an issue that I find it to be kind of discouraging. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. For the new SL8, they did a redesign for the seat post. They made this seat post area much more skinnier and much more thinner. Also, with the rear stays the same thing. That is not the issue. If we look at Pinarello, if we look at the new Canvale Lab 71, they're all very thin back here as well, actually thinner than this bicycle. But it is a new seat post that I'm talking about. This seat post right here is redesigned from the SL7. This is the SL8 seat post. This is the issue I'm talking about. Specialized went ahead and made a 3D printed plastic clip that goes inside of here to hold down the Di2 battery. So basically with this new seat post, if you have Shimano Di2, the battery usually goes inside of the seat post part right here. This is not the case because it will not fit inside this tiny hole. So they added a clip right here and then the battery hangs beneath that. So basically when I shove the seat post inside of here, let me show you guys. Hopefully this bicycle doesn't fall. Let's say that's your seat height right there, okay? Let's say this is your seat height. Or even, this is right now is at the bottom of here. So let's just say this is your seat height with Shimano Di2. A Shimano Di2 battery is about yay high. Actually, let me grab one. So again, remember how much seat post is sticking out right here. Here is a Shimano Di2 battery, about 4 inches in length. And again, when this seat post is hanging from that seat, when this battery is hanging from that seat post, it is dangling right beneath it. So it can go in and go up to that bolt right there. So we're right about there, and then we only have that right there. So there's a ton of seat posts sticking in there, obviously. So to get the minimum insertion with this thing, it's very difficult. So on our very first bicycle that we sold, the SL8 56 that I did a video on, the customer had Ultegra Di2, and when he had that, he came over from his SL7 to SL8, and his fit was almost identical to on the bicycle, obviously, because it's similar geometry, but his Di2 battery was hitting this water bottle bolt right here. The only conclusion that Specialized gave us at that moment was for the customer to go ahead and buy a shorter seat post. Now, they make two different versions of these seat posts. Obviously, a 49 and 52 will get a 300 millimeter seat post, and then a 54, 56, 58 will get a 380 millimeter seat post. This is the length of it. So you can get a shorter seat post. I told them we're not going to do that. And basically our solution was cut and drill new holes into the seat post, which we did, and we got a successful fit out of it. Now, my issue is this. I think Specialized should kind of give out like a pilot hole guide for this thing, or they should offer some kind of credit or situation for this. I think they should go ahead and give it to where the customer is able to offer a swap out. But even for that, I'm curious on like the size 44s and 49s. I'm curious to see how that fits, because a 44 and 49 is a very small frame. Paired with even a 300 millimeter seat post, the Di2 battery will be, I mean, look at that on a 54. That is very, very small. I'm surprised on how it's going to fit. I'm very curious to see how it goes. I would like to know if any other shops have experienced this yet. We don't have that many of those smaller size frames in the area, but yeah, if you have SRAM, you don't really have to worry about it, but this to me is crazy. Beautiful design idea, but just, I don't think they thought about the smaller people in mind. So we'll see what happens. But in this, I'm curious to see what happens. That is my biggest issue with the frame itself. In terms of ride quality and ride stiffness and ride everything else, no issues with the bicycle frame. No issues at all with the internal cables. No issues at all with the buildup on the bicycles. We've done about 4 or 5 buildups on them. No issues at all. This buildup will be coming very soon. So anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I mean, look at that color right there. This is the matte black with like kind of like that tint blue on there. Gorgeous color. Very, very nice. So anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think below. Should they fix this, or how should they fix this? I don't mind drilling holes every single time for someone who needs it, but I'm curious to see if any other shops have seen this or if anyone else has had issues with like a size 44 or 49. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next video.